Hi everyone. This is going to be the makeshift bridal shower that no one really planned on attending in this type of way. So we are just going to kind of fudge this along as we can and show you some of the things that we got. Some of the beautiful things kind of came not wrapped, so they just came in cardboard boxes. So we did open everything, that way you can see what they look like, not in a cardboard box. We also get notified every time someone buys something, so we kind of knew ahead of time what to expect in the mail. Also not very traditional or conventional. So let's just get started here. First up, we have some wine glasses, which I am very excited about, and this wine decanter, chiller, pour, stopper, and enhancer. And it actually came with like a little, it's huge. I did not expect it to be that big. So this is coming from my old neighbor, Miss Shannon Heron, and she is a wine connoisseur. I went with it. I know. There's an extensive amount of bubble wrap here. So we'll just start with, there's 2 of them in this huge thing.
Lots of bubble wrap.
Yes, we know. Here, put that back. So I am very excited about these. These I did not unwrap ahead of time. Very cool. So I am very particular about my wine glasses, as Austin knows. So these are my red wine glasses. I've never been so fancy enough to have red and white wine glasses. So we got the red wine glasses, which I'm very excited about because I pretty much only drink red wine. So I'll hand these back to you if you can please be careful. So yes, we got that and the wine fancy tool thing from Miss Shannon Heron. And when Austin is done bubble wrapping himself back together here, he obviously was not as excited about that. He has one present he is very excited about, and we will get to that one. So this is coming from my parents' neighbor, Gary and Cheryl Knapp, and they are our Thursday burger night friends, which are unfortunately no longer happening because the restaurant has since closed. But she was kind enough to, looks like, crochet us an afghan, and it's beautiful. So we actually just got this from my parents' house yesterday, and we are excited. I have a nice spot for it in the guest room or on the couch when I get cold. So that is from Miss Gary and Cheryl Knapp. I have your Nana next. So Austin's great-grandma got us this massive, massive pizza pan. I had no idea that it was going to be like bigger than, this is just huge. I don't know any, store-bought pizza that would fit on this, but hey, it works. And then we also have an iron, something I currently do not own. I have an ironing board, no iron. So maybe if I get clothes that require some de-wrinkling, that will come in handy. I'm around 25 years without one, so sorry, I'll give you the list. Jeez. What's next? Oh, yes. So this is something, like when you make a registry, you find things that are practical and things that you know that you'll use every single day, and then you find some fun things that you know you wouldn't necessarily buy yourself, but some other like just fun things that you'd like to eventually have. So this is a Kate Spade picture frame that we got from, I'm gonna, yes, very carefully hold it up. So it's called a double point. So basically one side is for your invitation to your wedding and another side is for like a wedding photo that you have from the day of, or I guess however you want to do it. So yes, we saw this and I of course was like, I really like this, but I personally wouldn't, go out of my way to just purchase this myself. But this is coming from Lisa Brown and her family, and she also got us this wooden salad server, which when we entertain here in our home, we can use that. Not anytime soon, but eventually. And something that I really left an impact about this family is when Austin graduated high school, he's opening all of his cards, and she mentioned my name in his card at his high school graduation. And I think we had been dating like a year and a half, 2 years tops. And she thought to mention me, and I thought that was really, really kind. So that's just something that's left an impact on me. Next we have Cindy and Emily Pesta and Pam Smith, and that's on my side of the family, and they got us the, what is it? What? Music. Oh, yes. Okay. Apparently I can't hold anything these days. So this is the Dutch oven, which my mom swears is the most practical pan in all of her pots and pans, which I also agree. So this is coming from the set of pots and pans that we eventually will purchase. It's just a pretty penny. And so that is like an additional pan that you can get with that set. And they also got us some of our matching bakeware that we wanted to get. So we have a cupcake pan that matches a few other pans that we received. Next, I have your aunts and cousins. Okay, so this is one of the very first gifts that we received. And so we have a garden full of herbs and such things. And they had this cool chopper thing. And I thought this is going to be a lot easier to use than taking my knife and chopping each and every little strand of cilantro. So we have that. Oh, sorry, I'll give it back to you. Austin is very excited about this. This is not the exciting gift, by the way. This is just another thing he likes, which, you know, pulls, I don't even know how it works. But you pull it down and then you can, yes, measure precisely. I think my mom has some kind of gizmo like this. But anyways, that. A meat tenderizer. I've never owned one of these. It looks very violent if you're not careful. So excited about that one. We have measuring cups. I am actually very excited about these because you can not rub off the measuring amount. Our measuring cups currently are so used that you can't even tell what size you're actually using. So it's kind of a guessing game. Oh, also they're magnetic. So there's no like, you know, annoying ring where you have to like go in and out. Anyway, so they're magnetic. They stick together. So that's pretty cool. And then we got a new salt and pepper grinder, which we could use because I think ours are from Dollar Tree. I think. You get what you can get. All right. The next one is the cake pan and the shower mirror. Yeah. Okay. So next, like I said, we got some more bakeware. These are some very, very heavy insulated cake pans. When I get into my little baking thing, I always make a homemade birthday cake for Austin. He does well when he makes my birthday cake. It was interesting this year. I wanted a homemade from scratch birthday cake this year, and it was pretty good. So Austin insists on having a shower mirror, and his is so like, well, it's just gross. It's gross. You can't even see your face in it. I don't know how it's effective. So this one apparently doesn't fog up because you fill the back in like a reservoir of water. So hopefully this one lasts much longer than, again, the other dollar store one we got. Let's see. The KitchenAid thing from your mom. All right. Another thing I've been searching high and low for. I don't know if you've ever tried to find 8-inch cake pans. It's difficult. So Austin's mom found 8-inch cake pans. And I'm very, very excited. I didn't realize how hard they would be to find. And everyone's like, no, it's not that bad. Yes, it is. It's hard because everything's 9-inch. Anyway, so she got us these, and this is like Christmas morning here. She also got us the spiralizer attachment for our KitchenAid that we have already. So I am a sucker for zoodles. So we're going to be making some zoodles and maybe some other things because there's so many options. Like you can make an apple pie. I don't know if I'll make one of those right away, more like zoodles, but you get the idea. And then we have, can you lift this next one, the blanket? Yeah. So Austin's very excited about this one. Again, not the most exciting thing, but we got this weighted blanket. It's 20 pounds, and my goodness, this box was heavy when it came in the mail. So this is coming from my cousin Jessica and her sister Megan, my godmother, my Aunt Jolene, and then my Aunt Paula, and am I missing anyone? No. I don't think so. So anyways, he is like, oh, I can take this to work when I work at the fire station at night. No, not happening. We will be sharing that. Oh, we missed your favorite one. Let's bring out Austin's favorite. He's very excited. So this is coming from Debbie and Trisha and Dawn, and that's on my side of the family. This is an Instant Pot air fryer, and we have an air fryer. I wish I could show you how tiny it is right now. Are you gonna whip it out? It barely holds like a handful of French fries, And I think we got it on clearance at Macy's. And again, it does the job. But this sucker could like cook both of our dinners at the same time instead of one right after the other. Yeah, this is the tiny one.
Just for size comparison, this is the box.
Yeah, we're excited.
Here.
So, what are you doing? Why are you? Okay. Oh, here we go. Yes. So, pretty sure this one's going to be a little bit bigger, which is exciting. He's very excited. You can't take it to work. You can take this one to work though.
Sure.
All right. Over here. Smells good. There we go. Yes. So my other neighbor, Jeannie, I grew up, and the only reason why we know them really is because of the bus stop. So another girl would come to the bus stop. Her name was Ella, and then my dad, being the chatty Cathy that he is, always introduced himself. So we became really close friends. And it's actually why we moved up here in the first place, because we became camping buddies. But anyways, long story short, she got us what she calls a smoochie maker. It's a food processor, but she said it's a smoochie maker. And she is excited for us to be able to use it. So Austin makes a really cool pasta dish that he has to use a blender for, which we have a really nice blender, but this will make the butternut squash blending a little bit easier. So he's excited about that one too. Where we're putting that, I'm not quite sure. What's next? Okay, so on to, I think, my most favorite gift. And a little bit of a backstory. Every Thanksgiving, we would go to my family's farm, which is over in Hillman. And I would help my mom cook Thanksgiving dinner. And she would get out her very worn cookbook that she hand wrote all of the recipes in every year. And it had like the turkey, the stuffing, pumpkin pie cake. I don't know if you've ever had it, but it's amazing. And so I just remember every year, like going through the torn pages that are barely they're just like shoved in there now because the cardstock's all ripped up. And I remember thinking, like, wow, this is a great memory. So I told her the only kind of present that I want from her is a cookbook that she hand wrote. And I told her to use her nice handwriting that she used to have when she was in college. So she got me, or made me, I guess I should say, a cookbook. And when I opened this, I will tell you guys, I cried a little bit. Because when you open the book, you find pictures. And she said, Claire, every recipe is just a beginning. Love you, Mom. See, I'm already getting emotional. So I don't know. I'll show you guys some pictures because this is really cool. So this is me actually cooking at the farm. This is our house in Davisburg. So she just, I didn't know that she had these pictures, but she made this into a little scrapbook in the beginning. This is us camping, and I'm helping her make pancakes, it looks like. Wow, her hair was short. Not very proud of this picture. I don't know if you want to see my face. I look a little zoned out there. Not really sure what I was going for. And then you have my dad when he had his very, very dark hair. He had hair. Sorry, Dad. And then we have a couple family trips. I'm not sure where the bottom one was, but the top one was when we were out in Nevada visiting my dad's parents. And apparently I almost fell off the rocks here, the Red Rock Canyon, and scared the living bejesus out of them. And this is the most recent picture I have with my dad and I. And this is us on the boat on Torch, the sandbar. So anyways, I opened it up and this was like a little scrapbook. And I just started, the tears. Because I had no idea. And so the first recipe in here was actually my favorite. It's her Mexican dip that she makes, but she just hand wrote all of these recipes for me. And there's so many cards in the back that I can use, and they all have this like splatter guard, which I wish hers had at the time because we just like smeared the spaghetti sauce across it. But yeah, so she just hand wrote all of these recipes for me that I can now use in my own home and with my kids, and then thereafter. Holy shit. Okay, sorry. All right. Next, I am going to give a shout out to those who sent us cards. Not everyone knows this, but on the day that the shower was supposed to take place, so the 20th, we had some of my immediate family members drive from all over the country, kind of, to come up and visit just to hang out, I guess. So we didn't really make a huge deal about it. We had a small socially distanced cookout. And so we got to spend some time together, and that was really nice. I really appreciated them doing that. So I did get a couple cards along the way. So my Aunt Joan and Uncle George, they gave us a card. We also got a card in the mail from Denise Millard, which was very nice. We got one from Austin's grandma and grandpa, so his mom's mom and dad. We got one from my other neighbor, all of the neighbors apparently, from back downstate. She lived across the road, Miss Vicki Carter. And I liked hers, so she gave us a gift card to Bed Bath & Beyond, but she put the 20% off coupon in the card, which that comes in handy. You need those when you go to that store. We got one from my Aunt Mary and her daughter Karen and Karen's daughter Nori. We got one from my grandma and grandpa, so my dad's mom and dad. And we got one from Mary, who I just mentioned, her other daughter Kelly. And we got one from Mark and Beth Millard. We got one from Jessica and Eric, so they are ones who came up and visited that weekend. And we also got one from my Aunt Jolene, who is my godmother. We also got some recipe cards from a couple people too. Thank you so much for sending those. I still plan on making or adding them to this book somehow, gluing them to the page, whatever it is. I really appreciate knowing all of your recipes. There was a little bit of a riff about who makes the best snickerdoodle between my mom and her sister. We'll have to see who makes the best one. Oh, and we also wanted to give another thank you post to, not post, I don't know what I'm doing, to my cousin Mark and his now fiance Paige. They contributed to our honeymoon fund on our website. So when we go to Costa Rica in November, fingers crossed, we plan to use that to do some kind of scuba diving, snorkeling. I don't know what we're going to do, but it's going to be fun and it's going to be cool. Yeah, so I think that takes care of all of the gifts and the cards. We did also want to make you aware of the wedding changes if you haven't gotten notification already. So our wedding was planned for August 28th, which was a Friday, down in Milford at a golf course. And they basically said, if you still hold your wedding and social distancing is still a thing, which it's going to be, that's kind of shaky, but anyways. They basically said we were not allowed to have any kind of food display. So no cake, no buffet. If we had plated, it would have to come out one plate at a time. There would not be allowed to be dancing. My dad couldn't walk me down the aisle because we'd have to be 6 feet apart and the aisle doesn't accommodate for that. One bartender, one person at a time, no photo booth, nothing. So it sounded like a really Debbie Downer retirement party. So we took all that into consideration, and that was mainly because the reception was going to be indoors. The ceremony was going to be outdoors, but then they said, well, if you still had your ceremony, we have no place to hold people if it rains, because you can't have that many people indoors. So we just said, screw it. That's not worth it. That doesn't seem worth it to us. So we, in about a week and a half's time, canceled everything down there and moved it all up here to where we currently are located in this area. So we now have rescheduled the wedding for the same day. I guess we just moved the location, but we drastically downsized our guest list, and that is purely for safety. It wasn't possible, and it's not possible right now, which is really sad. A lot of people think, or they just assume like, oh, it must be so stressful. And everyone keeps coming to me, wow, you must be so stressed out. I'm like, I'm not stressed out. I think we're just sad because it's not what any of us wanted. And it's definitely not what we planned on. We wanted that big celebration bash, and we just have to kind of accept what we can achieve. And so we are now going to get married with immediate family only, up in Northport, Michigan at a vineyard. And it's going to be beautiful, and it's going to be everything that we need it to be with what we can achieve. And because it's all outside, we don't have as many restrictions. They're going to allow us to have our first dance, which the other place wasn't. So I guess that's a bonus. But anyways, so if you received a postcard that said we basically moved our location and that we're only going to have immediate family, that essentially means that, not to be blunt, but you didn't make the cut. And I say that I'm really, really sad that, we had to do that to people. I understand that you probably already had plans if you did plan on coming. It was just for safety and what we could legally accommodate and safely accommodate, and make sure that those who are most important to us were able to be there safely. So it was with an abundance of caution. It definitely was not an easy decision that we made lightly. To those of you that received an actual invitation, you will notice that it has a sticker over the location. I decided not to just go and reprint all of the invitations that I hand cut, because that was really time consuming. So we just kind of stuck a new location on there. So make sure you definitely look at that. Look at our website. We did update everything. We put lodging information. I know it's going to be a lot further distance than probably what you were expecting. So we do hope that those who got an official invitation, that you can come. Please RSVP so that we know that you are coming. And thank you all for watching this video. I had no idea what I was going to do, and I'm kind of glad that I don't have to figure it out again. Hopefully, next kind of celebration we have here won't require a video gift sharing. So anyways, do you have anything you want to add? I feel like I just talked my head off.
You did good.
Whatever. Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining in if you chose to. And we wish you guys all the best and health and safety. And yeah, expect a thank you note in the mail. All right. Bye, guys.